Hi all, welcome to Andrea M. D'Souza's kitchen. Today I'm going to prepare for you yet another very tasty and very simple omelette. That is a mushroom and cheese omelette. You can prepare this omelette either for breakfast or for dinner or even carry it in your tiffin box for lunch. It is healthy as well as tasty. But before I go ahead with the recipe, just a few usual reminders. Do remember to like this video and to share it with your family and friends who love good cooking. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Andrea M. D'Souza's Kitchen. You will find a number of videos, especially of Goan cuisine, in my YouTube channel. So do check out those videos and share it with the people you know who love to eat Goan food. So without any further talking, let me go ahead with this recipe. So I have taken 400 grams of mushrooms and I've washed them well, and I've cut off the bottom part of the stem, and then I have cut these mushrooms into small slices just like this. I have also taken around 10 cloves of garlic which I have cut fine. You can take a little less, maybe around 8 if you don't like garlic too much, but since I like it I've taken more. I've taken one small onion which I have chopped fine. I have taken a little bit of salt to taste. I have taken around maybe 1/3 of a teaspoon of pepper. There's a little milk that I have taken. Now this is around quarter cup of milk and it is full fat milk. There is some oil here. I have used olive oil around 1.5 tablespoons, and there is a blob of butter. There is some of my homegrown parsley over here, which I've taken from my herb garden, and I'm going to chop it up into small bits. I'm going to use these small bits of parsley later when I'm making the omelette. So I'll start by preparing the mushrooms for the omelette. I've poured the oil in a hot pan. Now I've also added the butter along with it. The reason I'm using butter and oil together is so that the butter doesn't burn. And if you see, I've put a little extra butter here because I love butter. So you can also cut down on the butter if you don't want it too much. Now I'm going to add the garlic and I'm going to fry it until I get a nice fragrance and the garlic turns slightly brown. Make sure you do this on a low flame because you don't want to burn the garlic. Once that is done, I'll add the onions and I'm going to continue frying them until the onions turn tender and again slightly brown. Now once the onions have turned tender, I'm going to add the mushrooms. Now remember one thing, that the mushrooms leave a lot of water and they're going to reduce in size. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to coat them up nicely with all this onions and garlic that I have, and then I'm going to leave it on that low flame. Let it cook in its own juices. Can you see the mushroom that is leaving its water now? Now I'm also going to add a little bit of salt to it so that it also cooks along with the salt. You can occasionally just stir it up. Can you see the amount of water that the mushroom is leaving? So let it just cook in its own water. I'll also add the pepper. Mix it really well. At this point of time, you can also add some white wine if you want. But since I didn't have it at home, I did not add it. Otherwise, you could have added around quarter cup of white wine and mixed it well. Okay, now the water looks nearly dried, so I'm going to add that quarter cup of milk that I had earlier. If you don't want to add milk, you can also add some thick cream. It becomes more rich when you add cream, but since again I did not have cream, I added the milk. I'm going to mix it up and let it cook a little more so that this mixture thickens. You can just stir it occasionally if required. Okay, the mixture looks quite thick right now. So I'm going to close the flame and I'm going to let it set aside for around 10 minutes so that it becomes a little more thick. The other ingredients for my omelette: a little bit of grated cheese, some eggs, my parsley, and here my mushroom mixture, which has become quite thick now. I'll begin by breaking 2 eggs into a bowl. I'll add some salt and some pepper to it. You can also add some haldi powder and a little bit of chili powder if you'd like, or you can also add some green chilies if you want. All depends upon your taste. I'm going to beat it up well. Okay, now once it's beaten up really well, I'm going to start making my omelette. I'm going to take a pan, and in that pan I'm going to add some oil. Now I have used olive oil because I had it at home. You can use any oil that you use generally, not necessarily olive oil itself. Then I'm going to start pouring my omelette batter into it. Once the eggs are poured in, I'm going to spread it around a little bit, and then I'm going to add the mushroom mixture on top. You can be generous with the mushroom mixture if you like. This mushroom can even be eaten plain. It is quite tasty even by itself. Now once I've put the mushroom, I'm going to sprinkle some grated cheese on top. I love cheese, so I'm going to add a lot. You can decide how much you would like for your own omelette. After that, I'm going to sprinkle some of my freshly cut parsley. And then I'm going to cover it and let it cook for a while. This is how it will look in another 2 or 3 minutes of cooking in its own steam on a low flame. Then I'm going to very gently fold the egg. Be very careful because it can break at this point of time. So very gently I'm going to fold it and let it just fry for a couple of seconds more. If you want, you can also turn it over. But I don't think this really requires to be turned over because it looks quite cooked to me. So there we go. Our delicious omelette is ready and all set to be plated. So I'm now going to gently transfer it into the plate. Make sure you eat it hot because it tastes very good when it is hot rather than when it is cold. And you can also have a little extra mushrooms at the side so that you can enjoy that too. I do hope you try out this omelette and let me know how much you like it. It's very simple and it does not take any effort at all. So do try it out and like the video and send me your feedback. I'm looking forward to your messages, your phone calls, and the pictures of the food that you send me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not already done so, and share it with your family and friends who love good cooking. Have a great day ahead and enjoy the wonderful recipes. Bye.